The girlfriend of Las Vegas shooter Stephen Paddock returned to the United States on Wednesday from the Philippines, where she had received $100,000 from him before he massacred 59 people, authorities in Manila said. Marilou Danley flew out of Manila's International Airport on Tuesday night for Los Angeles, Immigration Bureau spokeswoman Maria Antoinette Mangrobang told AFP. Free sign-up aviation websites showed the Philippine Airlines flight that Mangrobang said Danley had taken landed in Los Angeles on Tuesday evening, local time. The Philippines National Bureau of Investigation, NBI, said the FBI, its U.S. counterpart, had sought help in finding Danley, 62. Danley arrived in the Philippines last month, and then there was a wire transfer to her account for $100,000 from Stephen, NBI spokesman Nick Suarez told AFP. The FBI has coordinated with the Philippine office of the Interpol to look for her. Suarez said the FBI considered Danley a person of interest, but not necessarily a suspect. Paddock, a 64-year-old gambler and retired accountant, killed 59 people and injured at least 527 others when he used a vast arsenal of weapons to shoot at a Las Vegas concert from a hotel room on Sunday. Danley is an Australian citizen who moved to the United States 20 years ago to work on the casino strip, the Australian government confirmed Tuesday. There are reports her ID was used for booking the hotel or some such detail, Australian Foreign Minister Julie Bishop said. Australia will support the U.S. authorities in their investigation in whatever way we can, but we have not had contact with Marilou Danley directly. Media reports said Danley was born in the Philippines, although the Philippine Foreign Department and Suarez said they could not confirm that. Paddock killed himself after mowing down the concertgoers. Authorities are trying to determine what led Paddock to go forward with the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. They have been speaking with Danley and anticipate some information from her shortly, Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said hours before she arrived. Lombardo said he is absolutely confident authorities will find out what set off Paddock, a 64-year-old high-stakes gambler and retired accountant. Authorities released police body camera video that showed the chaos of the attack as officers tried to figure out the location of the shooter and shuttle people to safety. Amid sirens and volleys of gunfire, people yelled "They're shooting right at us" while officers shouted "Go that way." Clark County Under-Sheriff Kevin McMahill said the shooting spanned between 9 and 11 minutes. Investigators are still trying to trace that money and also looking into at least a dozen financial reports over the past several weeks that said Paddock gambled more than $10,000 per day, the officials said. The cameras Paddock set up at the Mandalay Bay Hotel Casino were part of his extensive preparations that included stockpiling nearly 24 guns in his room before opening fire on the concert below. McMahill said the cameras included 1 in the people and 2 in the hallway. "I anticipate he was looking for anybody coming to take him into custody," Lombardo said. During the Sunday night rampage, a hotel security guard who approached the room was shot through the door and wounded in the leg. The fact that he had the type of weaponry and amount of weaponry in that room, it was pre-planned extensively, the sheriff said, and I'm pretty sure he evaluated everything that he did and his actions, which is troublesome. Lombardo said the investigation is proceeding cautiously in case criminal charges are warranted against someone else. This investigation is not ended with the demise of Mr. Paddock, the sheriff said. Did this person get radicalized unbeknownst to us? And we want to identify the source. In addition to the cameras, investigators found a computer and 23 guns with him at the hotel, along with 12 bump stock devices that can enable a rifle to fire continuously, like an automatic weapon, authorities said. 19 more guns were found at Paddock's Mesquite home and 7 at his Reno house. Video shot outside the broken door of the room shows an assault-style rifle with a scope on a bipod. The sheriff said an internal investigation has been launched to find out how that footage was obtained. Some investigators turned their focus Tuesday from the shooter's perch to the festival grounds where his victims fell. A dozen investigators, most in FBI jackets and all wearing blue booties to avoid contaminating the scene, documented evidence at the site where gunfire rained down and country music gave way to screams of pain and terror. Shoes, baby strollers, chairs, sunglasses, purses, "The whole field was just littered with things," said Nevada Attorney General Adam Laxalt after touring the site Monday. "There were bloodstains everywhere. More than 500 people were injured in the rampage, some by gunfire, some